Okay, I'm not 100% sure if this started here. This is my first time doing one of these. So, let me look here. Excuse me, got a little bit of a cold here. Let's see here. Look here. YouTube. And then put in my name. I'm just checking how this works. I'm looking over on my laptop. Oh, yeah, okay. So it is going live. Good. That's all I need to know so I can shut this down. Okay, shut that down. Okay, now I'm happy. Now I heard it go over on the music, so we'll go like this. Pause on that. All right, so I'm going to be doing this by myself, so anybody who's asking for an invite or something like that, honestly, I don't even know how to do that. So, and I will learn that another day. I am just going to be going through right now. I saw on my way home from work, Political Hillbilly, excuse me, had put together some kind of a thing. It says, well, here, I'll bring it over onto the screen. Let's see here. It was just I've been trying to go back and forth trying to figure out exactly what I'm supposed to use here, whether I use YouTube Live or all that other stuff. So it took a little bit, but we'll figure it out here. So screen share, the screen left screen here. Like that, share. So we all see this, right? Yes, I am watching watching the chat over here, kind of passively on the side. I got my laptop running. That's that little whirring sound you're hearing in the background. It's not exactly the newest thing. Excuse me. So, so if anybody could write in the chat, can you guys all see that? Because I had the video actually paused on the Hangout that I'm monitoring. The reason why is because of the fact that I don't want it to be sucking up bandwidth. So if anybody could please right over there. Okay, so Luke says yes. Okay, and Sean says yes. Okay, so as much as, like I said, as much as I'd love to have you guys all in here with me, I'm just going to do this one by myself because there's probably going to be a lot of ground to cover, I hope. So, and I say I hope only because of the fact that, well, if not, this was going to be a learning experience, but ultimately a big waste of time. All right, so so now I'm looking at his screen here. Now I've also prepared here while I was waiting for this streaming software crap that I didn't need to download. I've also prepared here. Let's see, my first video, my second video, my third video, and then well, this is Antonio's thing, and which one is this? Oh, and this was the video, the original video that I was commenting on. So I'm just gonna have those at the ready. Another thing I have at the ready here is my, oops, there we go. Is my original model here in my 3D builder here, and so should I need that, which I'm pretty sure I'm not going to, but Hillbilly likes to say that, well, show me your math and all this. Okay, well, show me your model, dude. All right, so let's see. Okay, well, the first thing that I'm seeing here, just on the initial screen of this video, is YouTube has changed a neat little thing here where they show exactly how much of the video you watched and or where you left off last time. And seeing that, I wish I could scroll down and get a overall appraisal here, but according to this, well, let's see. Doesn't look like Hillbilly's been watching too much of my stuff. He just seems to be bitching about it. But who cares? Whatever. Probably not important. Maybe he's watched it a couple of times, and that's just the last place he stopped. But who knows? Anyway, oh, and also, okay, I don't know who that is. If need be, I'll also go to the other videos that Hillbilly has to show how he's at least he's blocking me. So, or muting me, excuse me, because I'll be able to scroll down and I'll be able to see my comments down there, but then all I have to do is open up another browser, something similar like Internet Explorer, which nobody uses, where I'm not signed in, and go to his video and you can actually see it happen. So do we get the 1 to 20? Yeah, I might play that, man. All right. Let's see here. So I haven't watched this video yet. Like I said, I just got home from work, and this has been kind of a crash course trying to figure out how these Hangouts work. And now that I got it up and rolling, we'll see what's going on. So let's open this up here. Sparkane, there's a K there, bud. I was called out for not showing my work in my first attempt. Was I called out for not showing my work in my first attempt? Let's see. Let's see. There's their math. Blah blah blah. Oh, shut up. Let's see. Well, I explained that pretty well. That's kind of showing my work. Then there was this. Now I used Hillbilly's calculation, but I wanted it to loop, so I shortened it up by about this much out of 27.3 rotations. Let's see. Didn't show my math. Oh, this. Oh, wait. Hold on. Where's that? Now this is my video, mind you. This is. I'm not doing anybody else's stuff here. Yeah. Here's the whole part where I seem to recall Hillbilly didn't read, which is to say, there's the Earth. Okay. This is not the Earth. There's the Earth. Okay. There's the shadows. Okay, that's the Umbra from there. The moon is this little guy in here. Oh, and by the way, Antonio, yeah, I saw your little thing about somehow claiming that I didn't synchronize it correctly and the blue line was up here, but the moon was outside of the shadow. Well, seeing that the moon is actually smaller than the Earth, if the moon was outside of the shadow, then it wasn't directly behind the Earth. Let's just get that part clear. Sound cool? All right, moving on. Let's see. This was me. All right, let's see. This was the first one that I did. I gotta turn the music off because I don't know how much that's overpowering anything here. Boom, 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 boom. Now, this was the rotation that, oh, this was the lead in, I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah, I'm being pretty descriptive here of everything that I'm showing. Yeah, that's pretty descriptive. Oh, I know what's coming here, so let me go full screen on this. Dum, 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 dum. All right. This is here. I hope this is clear enough for everybody to see. Cannot hear any audio except for your mic input. Oh, damn! Really? Y'all didn't hear that stuff that Hillbilly said in the very beginning there? Did you guys not hear that in the beginning part there? Somebody answer me in the chat, please. like I said, this is my very first one of these, and I don't want to be screwed. Oh shit. Okay, hold on. That would mean that, let's see. Well, then how the hell do you do that? Let's see. Okay, there's speakers, mic. No audio bar, your mic input, negative, protractors. Cameraman, control room. Well, shit. You can't play audio with your mic plugged in. Oh, so that means I gotta switch them back and forth. Okay, well, I can use that as a quick solution here. Recording devices, like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch these back and forth to the points where I need them. Okay, so that means I'm going to have to go over here, and then I'm going to have to go over to, where is chat, screen share, cameraman, recent apps. Where the hell's the settings on this shit? Use audio loopback software to mix the audio. All right. Where is the cameraman? Oops. I didn't want to do that. No, kill that. Whatever the hell that was. Oh, what was that? Oh, okay. Oh yeah, you guys are kind of watching me just kind of stumble around in the dark on this one. Oh, there's a button I'm looking for. Okay, so that's how that works. That's how that works. Okay. Okay, let me go back and forth here then. Well, actually, yeah. All right, let me go back and forth here. So starting over again. Sorry guys, a little bit of learning curve here. I've never done one of these before, so play it through your speakers. Yeah, I guess I can. That's what I was just thinking I could do. Well, screw it. I'll just do that then. But then I'm probably. Well, I hope I don't get any reverb doing this. Well, I'm not playing it back, so that should be fine here. Okay, so I'm going to put my mic up here. Okay, can everybody hear me now? I have moved my mic a little bit closer to the speaker so that I can possibly do it that way. Everybody can hear me, I'm hoping. Yeah, it should be fine. Just hideous quality. Easy for, oh, okay, hideous quality, you probably mean that. Okay, good. All right. All right, so hopefully this won't be too loud. Sorry, I got to adjust the volume because I usually have my headphones up pretty high.
Hey people, welcome back. Today is January 12th, 2017, and this is just a personal message to Sly Spartane. And buddy, I want to tell you, I can't take you serious no more.
So was everybody able to hear that? Was it not too overpowering? I'm just trying to gather my thoughts here on how I'm going to be doing these in the future. That's not bad. Okay, so starting over. Sorry for the delay again. So let's see.
Just no more.
So now Hillbilly says that he can't take me seriously no more. Okay, so
you was called out for not showing your work in your first attempt.
I was called out for not showing my work in my first attempt. I showed my work pretty well in my first attempt. All I did was I made a 27-day loop instead of a 27.322 loop. Cool. All right, cool.
And you never tried to correct it in your second attempt?
There was no need to correct it in my second attempt. There was really no need to correct it in my second attempt because of, well, I don't know how else to put that. If I would have stretched it or shortened it by 100%, well, no, 100% a little bit too high. But if I would have stretched it or shortened it by that 0.322% of the 27 remaining revolutions, it made no difference. Zero difference. Okay. Man, I hope they bust out their model in this one. I really do.
You was called out in your second attempt for not showing your work.
Showed my work in my second attempt too. Thanks, bud.
And you tried it in your third attempt.
I tried it in my third attempt. Oh my God. Really? I only tried it. Okay. I broke it down to a level that you have yet to even show in your work, bud. Okay. Just because you figured out in a video editor how to make something turn 360 degrees and something else how to turn, I don't remember what the number was, 9,000 degrees or something like that, that doesn't exactly mean that you showed anything. Your thing was not to scale. The scale is the middle point here. The scale is the very, 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 very middle point here. Okay. I don't know how many times I need to say that to you. Okay. You guys showed, where is it? Where is that damn thing? You guys showed this bullshit. Okay. This bullshit. This, maybe I need to bust out the crayons here for you. Okay. Maybe I really do. Okay. But here's the thing. Okay. Here's the Earth. Here's Hillbonio. Why did I call it Hillbonio? Because it is, first of all, doesn't look like the moon, it's an egg. I do understand that you had to stretch this so that the center of this image, this is actually an image here that goes all the way out to over here, okay? You had to stretch this so that the center of the object would actually be over the top of the center of the Earth. I know how that works. I know how that works. I've done that in several videos before, how you have to align the things, and I understand why you stretched it, but you went on the cheap and you didn't go back and remake your image, so you put yourself here an egg on a stick. Okay, sound cool? That's what you did. You put an egg on a stick, nothing else. So that's why I call this Hillbonio, because the other thing is that with relation to the size of the Earth here, this is not the scale distance, which is what everybody has told you. Everybody has told you. Nobody has ever argued. Where's that? Where's that? Where's that? No, I don't want to see his ugly ass mug. Nobody has ever told you that. Oh, is this the wrong one? Where's that? Come on. Nobody has ever told you.
Oh, that's exactly.
Nobody has ever told you
of an orbit.
That. Here comes the number. Hold on. 27.322. Mind you, you're getting those numbers from NASA. Nobody has ever told you that this number is wrong. Nobody. Not one person. Okay, seeing that we're only working with averages here anyway. Okay. Nobody has ever told you that this number was wrong. What people are telling you is wrong, including me and just about everybody else who's commented on your shit, okay, is that this distance, oops, stop, is that this distance between Hillbonio and the Earth is wrong. Okay, that is not reflective of the globe model. Yes, you can rotate it around at the same angular rate. Okay, you can rotate it around at that speed. Okay, but very similar to why we play baseball with a bat, and why if you hit the ball from the end of the bat versus hitting the ball way up on the neck of the bat, the ball is going to go further. It's because the tip of the bat is going faster. It is physically going faster through the air, even though obviously its angle is not changing. It's a stiff piece of wood. All right. So anyway, wow.
Why would you need 3 attempts to try to debunk my claim?
Because obviously one wasn't enough to get through your thick skull.
What is my original claim?
Your original claim is that the rotation of the Earth versus the rotation. Wow, this is why I edit my videos and don't do live chats. Um, the orbit of the moon versus the ratio to the rotation of the Earth. That is your claim. However, if you do it at the wrong scale, which is also why I brought that math thing up that I did that you gave me shit about, okay? Presenting your results incorrectly, that is why I brought that up, okay? I brought that up because of the fact that you can have the right math, but you can present it the wrong way. It was the whole point of putting that nice little riddle in there, okay? It was the whole point. Nothing else about it. You know, it's not because I feel like telling people stories, okay, like you guys. But anyway, moving on.
Mathematically, heliocentric mathematics says the eclipse cannot happen in the manner reality is going to witness it to happen.
Bullshit. Heliocentric mathematics, quite simply, heliocentric mathematics is fine when you use the mathematics. Just using the ratio of Earth rotations to Earth orbit is not enough. You have to apply it to a scale model. That's all. You have to apply it to a scale model. If you don't apply it to a scale model, it's going to come out wrong. Period. There is no other way to look at that. None.
Now, you know, if you could simply debunk that by proving the math incorrect.
Nobody is proving the math incorrect. I proved it. I proved your model incorrect. You thick-skulled idiot. Okay? I proved your model incorrect. Nobody questioned the math. Okay? And quite honestly, the generalization that you used in the math to get the 27.322 versus the rotations of the Earth, versus the orbit of the moon, is quite simply those are averages. Okay, let's be clear about that part here. Moon doesn't go in a perfect circle, even though we're both showing it going in a perfect circle. It doesn't go in a perfect circle. So I mean, if we wanted to nitpick this, we can get down into the real itty bitty numbers. Okay, but we're not. You didn't go to that level, and neither am I. Okay, so oh Jesus.
But you can't do that. You can only agree, and I'm sure it must have painstakingly killed you to say, well, Hillbilly's math is right.
Why would that have hurt me? Math is math. Doesn't hurt me. The only math that I get sad about is, well, my paycheck. But the math doesn't bug me. It's when you present it the wrong way that bugs me. Okay. But it doesn't bug me to the point that I lose sleep over it. I actually just sit here and laugh at your country ass.
Boy, that had to hurt.
No, it didn't.
But you go on and make a demonstration on how math can be falsely misrepresented.
Didn't I do that? Yeah, I did that. That was that riddle I told you. Maybe you could possibly bring out this 3D model that you personally said exists. Okay, and here's another point. Okay, here's another point. Both you and Antonio have both actually by default said that you lied in this model. Both of you have said it. I think I even put that in my third video. Both of you said that this model that you presented is a deliberate falsehood. And if I were to look up deliberate falsehood, I believe those words are actually used in the definition of the word lie. Okay, you guys lied deliberately. Now, for anybody who didn't see the other video, and I'm not going to point you to the other video, I mean, I'm not here for view counts. Here's the joke. Antonio. Well, I'll go and you know what? Fuck Antonio. I'll just talk about you because you put out this video. You actually explained in great detail while laughing egotistically, okay, about you being in the possession of a 3D model. Okay, I don't know if it's yours. I don't know if you're just using an online resource. I don't know, and honestly, I don't care. Okay, but you sat there and you rattled off all the numbers. You rattled off every last number that was required. I don't know what you were talking about, but I think you quoted something about 150 miles, but you didn't say 150 miles to what. I don't know what that was about. But you sat there and rattled off the distances of apogee, perigee, and all those other things. You know what? I'm even gonna be so nice. I'm gonna pull that out here. Let's see. Where the hell is his dumbass video? Because you gonna, well, that didn't need to happen. Where is it? I'm going to minimize this, and then I'm going to move this over, and then where is it? YouTube, and political. Yes. He actually put this out. He said the damn measurements, and he was laughing his ass off at it. All right. It was in your response to me. Taking out the trash. That was the one. Okay. So let's bring this over to here. Now I'm going to have to do a little bit of surfing through this video to find out exactly where that was. Hold on, get some tone in there.
Okay. Work for NASA? My God.
I wish I worked for NASA.
The apogee.
Oh, here
She would have waited. Fancy. Why was she?
Okay, now remember, before watching or listening to this clip here, remember he's selling this, and he just said, where's it at? He just said,
boy, that had to hurt. But you go on and make a demonstration on how math can be falsely misrepresented.
Okay, now this is his model. This is the model they brought out, right? This is the model that they showed. Now, and this is actually Political Hillbilly's model. This isn't Antonio's. He's screen sharing Hillbilly in this case. All right, so where's it at? It's damn, there it is. Okay. Now, he says this.
You guys can see me shaking my hands. Oh, this globe-tard. Anyways, I told you, asshole, I was making a three-dimensional model. You wouldn't look so foolish.
Okay, he made a three-dimensional model, right? He made a three-dimensional model.
She would have waited. I got the orbit of the moon in there. I got the 150 miles. I got
that's the 150 miles I was unsure of, but he didn't reference what it meant.
Got the perigee. I got the apogee of the moon, 225,000 miles as perigee, 251,000 miles as apogee.
Okay. Those two big ass numbers. Is that represented here? Is that represented here? Is this 250,000 miles or 200 whatever that? Is this 200,000 miles? No, this is about 3 widths of the Earth. Well, actually, probably about 2.5 if I were to actually put this together. This is about 2.5 widths of the Earth. Now, unless you're starting to say that the Earth is 100,000 miles wide, which I don't think we are, okay? Yeah. So much for that claim. That just points out that he's a liar, okay? And Antonio did something similar. Oh, now I remember what Antonio did. Antonio showed that professor who was showing actually the scale distance of the moon and the Earth. And, well, and he even backed it up and said, look, there's the distance. Well, then why is neither of you applying it to a model. This is not scale distance, period. It's not. Deal with it.
And that was an excellent demonstration, by the way. However, once you remove the trickery from it, math was never falsely represented.
Of course it wasn't, but it was falsely presented at the end by combining two different math problems that didn't work together because only one of them considered the $25 and the other ones didn't. Okay. A minute ago you thought it was stupid. Now you're interested in it?
No, and all you got to do is figure out who accounted for the trickery. As I went through your hypothetical situation here at the beginning of this very video here, as I went through your hypothetical situation, I did not allow you to steer me, but I did true math.
I even showed you the math at the end, dumbass. Nobody was steering you. And as a matter of fact, I think I even pointed it out in the beginning. Hold on, where is it? I think I even said the words.
Two different results. Ready? All right. Pre-college student of it is going to make a bit of math that you're about to do in your head to me. Now, just a quick warning. I am about to fool you with correct math.
See, I wasn't misleading anybody. I even said I'm about to fool you. I'm about to mess with you. Okay? I was about to hornswoggle you using correct math. Okay? So much for that thought.
If I'm counting change, and after all, the desk guy did send the maid up with what? Oh, yeah, change. So if I'm counting change, but then by all means, I have to start with the original value.
Of course you do.
You make the claim in your hypothetical situation that each guy paid $27 for the room. In reality, that's not true.
Of course it's not true, you dumbass. Of course it's not true. However, if you manipulate the math, yes, manipulate the math by telling somebody that instead of the students originally paying $10, now they're paying $9 because each one did receive $1 back. Okay? It's manipulating the math, which is the whole reason I became a skeptic when I was a kid. Okay? I check every damn thing. Every damn thing. And now I got to listen to you pull apart something that is intended to mess with you. Don't feel, you shouldn't sit here and claim like victory or something on that. That's just stupid. I even told you it was intended to mess with you. Okay? But only to serve a higher point, and that is if you use the right math the wrong way, your results are going to be incorrect. But I know you don't want to get that.
The room only costs $25, so you divide 25 by 3, and that's the sum.
Oh my God!
They paid for the room.
How long?
If they chose to give the main $2, the $5 remain.
I'm sorry, guys, but if he's only going to talk about this damn math problem, I'm going to be skipping forward on it. My bad, but he's claiming victory on how he figured out something that was not intended to be something that he needed to figure out. I even told what the answer was. Anyway.
$80 if I can account for all $5. Or if I done it the way you truly count change, the $25 left at the desk, which makes 26, makes 27, 28. So I wasn't tricked. What you did was you tried to falsely misrepresent.
I didn't try and falsely misrepresent anything, you dumbass. It's a riddle. If you want to, you can actually look it up online. Okay? It's called the missing dollar riddle. Been around for a long time. I was using it as an example. I wasn't trying to fool you personally.
How people should think about math. Now, what I did was displayed true math.
What I did was I displayed true math. Look here, homie. Is this true math? Is this true math? I displayed true math. Okay, I displayed the true math. Okay, now as far as I'm aware, the Earth is what 12,000 kilometers across, something like that. Yeah, 12,000 kilometers and some change diameter, and the Moon is what 385,000 kilometers away. So explain to me in your true math how this, see this right here, see this right here, 12,000 something. So I would say about 24,000 maybe to about here, okay, and not even 36,000 kilometers away. Now, is that true math? Is that true math? Is that a true representation of your model? Given the fact that, as I just showed a second ago, you said hundreds of thousands of miles away. This is the very epitome of the reason why I put that little riddle in the beginning of there. It's the very it is the very reason I put it on there. Okay, you can have your however many rotations and and all that other stuff. You can have all that, yeah. And it was all in general numbers and in average numbers. It was correct. This is where you screwed up and you didn't display it right. Okay, and in this particular case, because the geometry is part of the riddle here, there is absolutely no way that you are giving your claim a fair shot by putting it in here. Okay, you are deliberately misrepresenting the model. There's no nicer way to say that. All right, so continuing on.
In this video, you're going to make a claim you're using my math.
Yeah, minus .322 rotations of the Earth.
But your orbital rotation does not match up to my orbital rotation.
Okay, that's cool. I already said it. I made it so I could loop the fucking video, dude.
If we're talking about entering amount of degrees into video editing software, and I come up with the equation that the Earth must spin 9,836 degrees in the allotted time for the Moon to make one complete orbit, then by all means, when I play that animation out, why is it I can actually count the Moon, Earth's orbital rotate or Earth's rotations and count 27.322.
You can count 27.322? Really? You can count 27.322. You can count 27.322. But you can't count this? Can't count it. All right? Wow, I feel a little bit like Antonio right now.
But when I utilize yours, I can't even come up with a full 27.
You can't come up with a full 27. Interesting. Okay, now, before I continue on here, this is I knew it was a good idea to get this ready. Okay, this is 3ds Max 2010. Okay, this is 3ds Max 2010. This one is already keyframed. This is the actual model. As a matter of fact, this is the actual model which I used in that video. Okay, I'm going to turn off save file. I'm just going to do a single image like that, and then I'll even put it at the view. Which view is he on right now? I think that's camera 1. Wait, hold on a second. Yeah, yeah, okay, that's the high camera. Okay, so we'll downsize this, and we'll put this over here to camera 1. Oh, no, sorry, camera 2. There we go. That's the one. So this is the one he's bringing up. So let me render one of these shots. Oops, but I got it at the wrong time of the day. Now I'm in slow right there. Now let's get that point down there here. Oh, where'd it go? There it is. Okay, so it looks like I am at 5 degrees above. Okay, so that's 5 degrees above. So we'll scroll that forward to, let's see, 5 degrees above. Okay, so you'd be pretty much. Oh, that's right. I took the umbra off here. I'm sorry. I took the umbra off here because I was trying to work something out later. I was actually going to do another video, but as soon as they started bitching about the fact that I trimmed it back, yeah. Anyway, that's why it looks a little different. I was wondering why this spot over here looked different. So what's your words here?
Not alone. 0.322. So I can only drag people's attention to how big he falsely misrepresents my umbrum, why in the beginning of this video, he selectively chose to use the part where I haven't added my umbrum yet. People's attention to how big.
I got to scroll back.
Not alone.
I want to find out what his numbers are.
27. And by all means, when I play that animation now, why is it I can actually count the Earth's orbital Earth's rotations and count 27.322. But when I utilize yours, I can't even come up with a full 27.
Okay. He says he can't come up with a full 27. Dum, 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 dum. Okay, so I hope we're satisfied here that I'm using the same model as I was using there. Now, let's see here. Oops. All right. So now I'm going to go back out to camera 1. Okay. So now, unless I'm mistaken, yeah, this was the one that lined all the way back up at the end. Okay. Like I said, the one that was missing .322 of the complete cycle. Okay. And you see how it's ended right there. Okay. It's ending right here. And then we'll go all the way back here like this. So, ready? Now you're going to watch me slide this keyframe here, okay? Now we're going to go one at a time. 1. Oops. Well, about 1. Sorry, I had it at a different frame rate. In other words, it's not going to hit each individual one. If you can see, I'm jumping between frame 22 and 23, and it's jumping over there. But anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 9. Okay. Still going to go, right? Because right now, see where I'm at right now? I'm at the 200 mark. Now there's a spot here in the middle where I slow it down. And then it speeds right back up again. Okay, I slowed it down so you can see the umbra going across the face of the earth. Okay. So that was 9. Okay. 10, 11, 12, 12, 13, 'Okay, this is where I went slow. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 4, 5, 6, and where's this going to last at right here? 7. 27. So you want to tell me that some dumb hick can't even count up to 27? I just showed it to you. Okay? And you know what? I'll even do you one better. I'll do you one better. Hold on a second here. Let me go over here to the other side here. I'm going to grab up this. Now, where was that video? I'm going through my folders here on my other side about the, oh, come on, hard drive. Come on. So, well, hell, actually, I don't even need to do it there. I was going to pull up the original video, meaning the actual video file, and play it in QuickTime here, but I don't even have to do that. Watch this. I will go to, let's see, is this the one where I put it in? Okay, now remember, his complaint was he couldn't see. Oops. Let me get it to the beginning. Nope, nope. Oh, that's what's scrolling back. Oh, damn it. Where is it? That's right. Okay. Wow, that was a good stop. Okay, ready? Let's see. It's done in professional Autodesk software, so it must be true. Well, I'm sure you could probably do this in SketchUp and all those other things as well. Sorry, I just happened to notice that off in the corner there. All right. So we were counting to 27. So everybody got your fingers and toes out, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And I don't want to hear any shit about how I'm badly out pausing this, but 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 5, 6, and 27. Okay? Now, I'm sure that was painful to count all the way to 27. But just had to make sure.
First rotations and count 27.322. But when I utilize yours, I can't even come up with a full 27.
Okay? Are we cool now? Do we get this? Do we all get this? I mean, is there any questions from anybody? Okay, I'm even showing the same video here. Flat Earth, Antonio and Hillbilly can't eclipse. Flat Earth, Antonio and Hillbilly can't eclipse. It's the video. It's the same one. So if you can't even count, if you can't count to 27, man, then what the hell are we even talking about? Oh, I'd love to do it again, Alex, but I'm really trying not to make this so damn long. But anyway.
Not alone. 0.322.
Oh, but you just said that you can count to 27.322. Interesting.
So I can only drag people's attention to how big he falsely misrepresents my umbrum.
Umbrum. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the little pony thing. Yeah, that's right.
Why, in the beginning of this video, he selectively chose to use the part where I haven't added my umbrum yet.
Yeah, that was funny. I actually laughed at that. Antonio pointed that out too. he was very adamant about showing the fact that I had superimposed an Umbra onto Hilbonio, and and this is theirs, by the way. You know, you could see they did it later in the video. But I didn't want to spotlight that because of the fact that they were actually contradicting themselves. Because in the very beginning of the video, homeboy said, "Where's that? Where's that?" I think it was actually right after he did the math. Oops.
Have to do simple calculator.
Yeah.
Well, actually, a little over 45 because 3 hours.
Jumping to
Oh, no, this was something else.
it should be like this.
Where's it?
No, actually, the technology we have.
Oh, it was right before that.
When they were discussing the whole pound is to fly.
No.
See here if we can zoom in on that or go back to the beginning of the timeline and let it play out. Oh, that's exactly what I got here. I got these of an orbit. We're going to, this is simple math. Let me go ahead and show it back with it's done.
Oh, come on, where is it?
Point the Earth orbit, excuse me, Helios, everything. Let me move the screen up here real quick. Now to get to the visual property. And let's see, where's my moon at?
Where's the part where it says?
I'm at the end of it. I'm at 9,000. Go back to the beginning of the timeline to the moon's core.
Ah, there it is.
That
Right there.
go back to the beginning of the timeline and
Okay.
let it play out.
Okay, now this is the part where I didn't want to spotlight the fact. I was just spotlighting the fact of how the shadow was going to work. I didn't say that they didn't do it, but here was the joke, right? He in a second or two here, I'm just going to play it out. He says that this red line is the Umbra. He doesn't say that. He doesn't say anything else. He says this red line right here is the Umbra, which is why I pointed out in my video that he's actually saying that light is coming from all sides of the planet. Hold on.
So as we can see, if this node point here from the Earth to the moon's core, that represents the umbrum during an eclipse.
See, right there. Now, Antonio turned around and he jumped on me about the fact that I put an Umbra on there. I just did it with lines, and nice little triangle extending off the off of that, but it was over here. And he pointed out to me, he says, "Oh, but you have to look at it. We did that. We did that. Oh, like that." But the funny part is that's a direct contradiction inside of the same video. I mean, Hillbilly says it right here that the red line is the Umbra during the eclipse. But later on, yes, they do show it right here. Is that in line with that red line? Of course it's not. Okay, the Umbra is right over here. I don't know how well this comes out on the Hangout, but the Umbra is like right here. Okay, so which one's right? Because they cannot both be right. The only time that this Umbra lines up with Hilbonio and the surface of the Earth is a little bit later. Well, I'm not going to nail it down, but you know what I'm saying. As soon as it's directly between, as soon as the moon is like right here, okay, then it'll line up with that red line and hit there. Not the whole time, like he says. Anyway, let me get off that point.
To go ahead and enter his and say that I'm saying the red line in this video was my umbra.
Wait, hold on. Let me go back. Where was it?
As simple heliocentric that we should witness it go from west to an eclipse. So as we can see, if this node point here from the Earth to the moon's core, that represents the umbrum.
Okay. I mean, now he's saying that now he says
his and say that I'm saying the red line in this video was my umbra.
That's exactly what you said, dude. That's exactly what you said. Verbatim. That's exactly what you said. All right. Somebody wants to hear it. I'm going to play it. Where is it? No, that's not it. Was that it? No, that's not it. Where is it? Is that it? Oh no, that was the original. No, it was in this one. Oh, that. Where the hell is it? Three slides moving. What the hell? Oh. Ah, screw it. All right, guys, I'm going to take a quick bathroom break. And so, as requested here, I'll just let this play out.
27.322.
Actually, that's not a very fair representation. I am going to kill my mic and then put it over to the feed directly from the machine. I'll be right back, guys.
One day, 28 days. 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 One day, 28 days.
And the shadow, relative to the surface of the earth, is going to go east to west, not west to east.
Just one day, 28 days. One day, 28 days. One day, 28 days.
East to west.
One day, 28 days. One day, 28 days. One day, 28 days.
East to west.
One day, 28 days. One day, 28 days. One day, 28 days.
East to west.
One day, 28 days. One day, 28 days.
Not west to east. East to west. East to west. East to west. not west of these.
Hillbilly over to you.
27.322.
28 days. 28 days.
27.322.
28 days. 28 days.
Shame on you.
1 day. 28 days. 1 day. 28 days. 28 days.
27.322. You need to go back to elementary. 27.322.
28 days. 28 days.
Don't fuck with hillbilly.
1 day. 28 days. 1 day. 28 days. 28 days.
Don't make me go full blown hillbilly on your ass.
28 days. 28 days.
You know I do it, goddammit.
1 day. 28 days.
East to west.
1 day. 28 days. 1 day. 28 days. 1 day. 28 days.
East to west.
1 day. 28 days. 1 day. 28 days. 1 day. 28 days.
East to west.
1 day. 28 days. 1 day. 28 days. 1 day. 28 days.
East to west.
1 day. 28 days. 1 day. 28 days.
Not west of these. East to west. East to west. East to west. Not west of these.
Stop. One day, 28 days. 1 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 day, 28 days.
And the shadow, relative to the surface of the earth, is going to go east to west, not west of these.
Stop. 1 day, 28 days. 1 day, 28 days. 1 day, 28 days.
East to west.
1 day, 28 days. 1 day, 28 days. 1 day, 28 days.
East to west.
1 day, 28 days. 1 day, 28 days. 1 day, 28 days.
East to west,
1 day, 28 days. 1 day, 28 days.
not west of these. East to west, east to west, east to west, not west of these.
Hillbilly over to you.
27.322.
28 days. 28 days.
27.322.
28 days. 28 days.
Shame on you.
1 day, 28 days. 1 day, 28 days. 28 days.
27.322. You need to go back to elementary. 27.322.
28 days. 28 days.
Don't fuck with hillbilly.
1 day, 28 days. 1 day, 28 days. 28 days.
Don't make me go full blown hillbilly on your ass.
28 days. 28 days.
You know I do it, goddammit.
1 day, 28 days.
East to west,
1 day, 28 days. 1 day, 28 days. 1 day, 28 days.
east to west,
1 day, 28 days. 1 day, 28 days. 1 day, 28 days.
east to west,
1 day, 28 days. 1 day, 28 days. 1 day, 28 days.
east to west,
1 day, 28 days. 1 day, 28 days.
not west of these.
side, dare I say, on the reality side. I know Spaceman was pretty bad about it. But the short end of it is no. If you look at the comments on videos, if you look at the responses of flat earthers, okay, and we all know this, 2/3 of the people that are in the chat right now know this, that if you try and pin down a flat earther to actually prove their claim, they're going to do one of three things. Okay, the first thing they're going to do is they're going to come back and they're going to tell you that you were that you're full of shit and blah blah blah. Flat Earth is the truth, and you're just indoctrinated and all this other stuff. The second one that they do is they'll come back and they'll tell you, they'll call you a paid shill or a troll or any number of colorful things. Or third, they'll change the subject. Okay, and you know, if somebody came up to me and asked me to prove that the sun comes does not get closer and further throughout the day, I would go out and prove it, as opposed to just trying to demean, just trying to belittle the person who was asking me to do it. I mean, how hard is that? You guys, you guys are saying you can't prove the globe. Well, here's the joke. I got, without going into too far of things, I mean, geez, you got all the tools to do it all by yourself. Okay, but all you do is you keep on coming back with, oh, well, you can't prove it, blah blah blah. No, you just don't want to buy it. Okay, you got something stuck in your head. And anyway, back to the original point. The reason why I do this is because of the fact that stupid shit like this, I mean, you saw it, everybody saw it, it made it all the way to TV once or twice and all this, and yeah, so these people are making at least enough noise to be recognized. And obviously every single thing that they've said has been shot down, and as it should be shot down. Okay, it should be set afire, but with facts, not with ridicule, not with stupidity, but with facts. Yeah, I'm going a little off the handle on this thing right now, and I don't care. Okay, because I'm arguing with a person who is actually an idiot. Okay, who is actually arguing from ignorance. Okay, is actually trying to sell what he does not have the ability to sell, or has the ability and is deliberately not showing it. Cool? All right. Let me look over at the chat here before I continue here. They don't want to expect, yeah, of course they don't, Alex. They never want to. Let's see. Let truth set you free. You have questions. Okay. The animations in my videos. Well, all the 3D stuff that I do and the more calculated stuff that I do, I use 3ds Max. 3ds Max 2010 to be specific. And that's really only to get the three-dimensional stuff or stuff that I cannot do with any level of accuracy in actually PowerPoint. PowerPoint's pretty easy to use. And what do you call it? AutoCAD is of the same merged company. They both come now from Autodesk. And one thing that AutoCAD does have that 3ds Max does not do, 3ds Max delivers itself on the individual vectors, whereby AutoCAD has the ability to keep things as contiguous shapes in 2D. I could do a whole 2 hours on the two differences on there, but basically one's made for animation and actual video, and the other one is made for architecture. So let's see. As far as my music, I use, as I just showed you, I use Magic's Music Maker. That's not a very complex one that I did there for the 1-day, 28-day video. Is this stuff starting to get on mainstream TV? Actually, as a matter of fact, well, there was a whole thing with Neil deGrasse Tyson keeps on getting asked about why he doesn't address flat Earth. So even even if he doesn't, even if there isn't a daytime special about it, it's at least making it to the reporters because of the fact that Neil deGrasse Tyson won't answer it. Because it is not deserving of time. Because if you guys came with proof or facts, that's cool. But if you come demanding justification for whatever your subjective belief is, you can't have that argument. That argument just doesn't exist. Okay. Penn and Teller put it one time. They said, if you want to come to me with religion, then we're at an automatic tie because I can neither disprove it nor can you prove it. So, anyway, continuing on. Because this has already gone much longer than I thought it was going to.
Did I misspeak and meant to say that that's the umbrum at the greatest point of totality? Yes, but he cannot take away from.
No, you didn't say that was the umbrum at the. Geez, now you got me saying it. Umbrum, at the greatest point of totality. You said that is the umbra through the eclipse.
In that video, I clearly show a umbrum.
Yes, from Hillbonio at the wrong distance.
So in his video, he makes my umbrum as wide as the moon.
Yes, which is what a shadow is. It's as wide as the object casting it.
And carries that width all the way to the earth.
Actually, I didn't. Actually, it was a wee bit smaller. Well, screw it. It doesn't matter.
Why does he do that? Why does he falsely represent what I was representing? Trickery at its best? Well, that's only a little.
And let's not forget one thing here. Even if I made that thing pyramid shaped, with the part on the earth side larger, let's be clear about one thing. This entire argument is not the shape of the umbra. This entire argument is not the shape of the moon. It is about the distance of the moon versus the distance of Hillbonio and which direction the shadow goes across the face of the earth. I could have made that thing square with polka dots and it wouldn't have mattered.
But when you do a little here and a little there and a little there and what's more, just a little, you just got a lot. Remember,
yes, a little plus a little plus a little equals a lot. Gotta love that true math, man.
Original claim never said that it's not possible for the umbrum to go from west to east.
Whoa! Okay. Hold on a second. Okay, you guys caught what he just said there, right? You guys, God, I'm not even 6 minutes into this damn thing. Catch what he just said here.
No claim never said that it's not possible for the umbrum to go from west to east.
Okay. Full disclosure, you said at a 1:1 ratio. You said that in I'm not going to pull up all the damn videos here. It was the one that it's on Antonio's channel. It's the one with the Naval Observatory map as the thumbnail. You guys went on and on about the fact that it's only going to go from east to west. Or excuse me, sorry, I got that backwards. That it's not going to go from east to west. Okay, or west to east. Jeez, man, you guys got me so confused right now. At 1:1. Now let me just pull up the damn video because he even says it in this one.
And I pull it out.
Now, the same way as globelings use very truncated cartoons for illustration, so I'm using a physical truncated model.
All right, at the wrong range.
That's all this is. I'm going to fix it up there. If this piece of spaghetti was really long and
without spinning the globe, okay? Just run the moon across in a straight line, say from 10 o'clock to 2:30. People pay attention to the shadow. The
Okay.
shadow is going to be straight
So
from
from
10 o'clock to 2:30.
Okay, well, I'm not going to go sifting through this, but it's part of this portion right here. But he's showing it going from west to east here. But right now he's going into about the fact that it's not supposed to be angled, and that has to do with the tilt of the Earth. And oh, geez. Anyway, yes, your original claim was that at 27.322, 28 days. Sorry, at 27.322 rotations of the Earth versus one orbit of the moon, the shadow will not go from west to east. That was your claim. I just spotlighted it on you on the Antonio and Hillbilly Won't Scale video. Spotlighted it to you. Even included those two clips. But anyway.
My original claim is with the Earth's orbital rotation will spin mathematically. The math says it's impossible.
No, it doesn't. Your scale shows it incorrectly.
So as he tries to tell people that he's properly displaying my math, you have to ask yourself, how could we be in time at the beginning when he got his little go mark on here? And here we are at the greatest point of totality, and our umbrums are lining up dead center if he was to have mine pointed like his was pointed. What?
Huh? Maybe we're talking about some pixelation here. Let's see. He's got it. That's right, at about 5 degrees. We looked at that. So let's go down to camera 2. That was at 5% right there at the middle. So where was that? Or 5 degrees, I'm sorry. 5 degrees. Like that. We'll render it once. No, what you're looking at there, what's not lining up here is the fact that the moon, if you look at these two lines here, I put these two lines here for a very specific reason. Those two lines are the diameter of the Earth, okay? And they are extended out parallel directly to the right. Now, what's not lining up here, obviously, is the moon is now that we're at 5 degrees here, 5 degrees beyond the center, the moon has traveled a little bit further on, so obviously its umbra is not going to be directly centered, let's say at the 0 degree spot. You see how it's above it? See that? Whereas the moon, or Hillbonio, is a little bit lower. This is like the root of the whole argument. Let me turn the smooth and highlights off. We'll put it back on line. Oh, no, not hidden line. What are you doing? Wireframe. Okay, now this is going to look a little ugly. Let's see here. We'll go to top. Okay, so you see this? This is this is the dummy that I have attached to the rotation of the Earth. Now, you see how Hillbonio, let's see. Kind of hard to show this to you only because of the fact that the lines are all different colors. Okay, tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to delete this umbra here for a second, and then I'm also going to delete these the V lines. Okay, now we can see it a little better. Now, this is Hillbonio. Oops. And I have to leave the moon one in because the one that's on the moon is actually part of what he's trying to say here. Okay, there's the moon. See, it's above the center line. Okay, now if I go to the right side view, okay, it's offset. Okay, meaning that from here, from the center of the Earth to here, okay, is showing exactly what it's supposed to be showing, which is it's slightly offset. Now that was at what, 5 degrees, right? Let's see, and we'll go to top view. Oh no, I'm a little bit too far there. Okay. The moon has already gone beyond center, whereas Hilbonio is still kind of hanging out around center. That's the whole point of that. Okay. That is the whole point of that. There's nothing else. Okay. So, as far as that claim goes, let me put all my parts back in here. Okay. All my parts are back in. So, next.
It's a clear indication that our timing has to be correct, right? Well, if our timing's correct half the way through it, should it not be correct all the way through it? If we entered the same amount of values, if it wasn't altered somewhere along the line?
Are you taking the long and scenic route to saying that I cut 0.322 off of 27.322? Is that where this is really going?
If the true amount of degrees was truly entered that we cannot get confirmation from him, but I show you confirmation.
Never mind.
So as we do that, I can only laugh when your full lunar orbit is completed before your Earth in your rotation makes that full 27th day.
How did my Earth finish rotating before? What?
Clear indication you are not using my math.
Hold on. What? Let me go back over to 3D. Okay. We'll go to camera 1 this time on the big one. Okay, this is the Earth's umbra. Now, we'll play this through. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. This was the slowdown part. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, now we got the numbers at least right. Well, let's go back, because this is why I did that, was so I could loop it. Okay, so it ends. Okay, this is at frame 1000. Okay, this is frame 1000. It ends dead on. Okay, this is the center line of the entire model. Okay, it ends dead on. Okay, now let's scroll that all the way back. I'm not even going to move the camera. Okay, let's scroll this all the way back. I'm going to scroll it all the way back to 0. Dead on. Now I know what you're probably going to bring up, because this is what Antonio brought up. In the frame rate, in a pause that he did, it was like here, or maybe it might have even been here. Okay, and as a matter of fact, if I render this, oh, I took the, where's my umbra at? Did I kill the umbra? Oh, because I got the illumination down. Or the opacity down. Let's bring that back up. My bad. So, this right here, this is where he paused it at one point. And he says, this is the complete rotation. And look, it's not all the way completed. Because it's not all the way completed. There's still a whole nother frame where it lines up, which is what I said in the very beginning of this. If, the moon is smaller than the Earth, even at this distance, the moon is going to be smaller than the umbra. So therefore, if it's outside, then you're not done with the rotation. I mean, how simple is that? Anyway, wow, this is taking a long time.
as we look at the degrees of separation here in between the green lines, if you throw a protractor over it, you get squared off versus the center of the Earth by means of utilizing that 90 mark or that 90 mark, and either the moon or this 90 or straight on out. You'll see that right here. And once you scale your protractor up to be perfectly in circumference with his established lunar orbit, he's got degrees of separation greater than 2.2 degrees.
What 2.2 degrees are you talking about? As a matter of fact, what I worked out on the model from the center of the Earth to the moon's orbit, I think it's like 1.94 degrees between here and here. But even then, if I hope you're not going to go into here and say that this is off center, because it's off center. Look, see this right? See this line right here? That means we have gone beyond the center. Okay, we have gone the moon. The Earth has rotated beyond the center point of where I have the model. So therefore, this will have traveled. This has traveled. This has traveled further than this, which is why this umbra line is above Hillbonia.
Ever so slightly greater, but nonetheless greater. Now, in the alleged time of the rotation of or the eclipse, the moon can only travel 1.84 degrees.
I had it at 1.94, but you know, since you're probably not going to go into that math.
Of its orbital span in 3.3 hours. 0.54 times 3.3. 8.4. So we know that he's traveling in the same amount of time, but he slightly increased the distance, which a little is a lot when you talk about such a little amount of 360.
Thank you very much for saying that. Let me play that again. Let me play that again.
Distance, which a little is a lot.
Exactly. A little is a lot. The diameter of the Earth, when it comes to something rotating around it at the same rate, okay, meaning angular rate, okay, Hillbonia and the moon. A little is a lot out here. A little is only a little in here. Okay, let's go back to the 3D. Let me get back over to that point there. Let me turn that off. Okay, now this right here, this yellow spot right here, that is the umbra of the moon. Okay, see how I'm bringing it to the extremes of the diameter of the Earth line. Okay, see how I'm doing that? Now, if I zoom in a little bit further here, okay, how far is Hillbonia moving? This is the essence of everything that I've been trying to tell you. We would be so past this if you guys could produce a scale model. Okay, this is exactly what I'm talking about. A little does make up a lot. Okay, a little is a lot way out at the moon's orbit. A little is not a lot at Hillbonia's orbit. And they are both rotating at the same angular rate. Okay, they are not moving at the same velocity because of the fact, just like the bicycle wheel spoke thing that I told you about, that's, dude, how hard is this for you guys to get? You even said you have the measurements, which proved that you lied about everything else. How hard is this to get? How hard is this to get? I mean, it's it's pretty damn simple. Man, how much longer is it? Oh, shit.
When you talk about such a little amount of 360 versus such amount of hours, 3.3 out of the 672 hours for one lunar orbit.
672? Huh?
A little just became a lot.
Yeah, and now you just reduced it by... never mind.
So he speeds the moon up. As we look, and
I sped the moon up? Are you serious? I sped the moon up. You know where now let me make sure I say something correctly here. What do you call it? He is critiquing my first video. There's been 2 videos since then. Okay. All he wants to do is critique that one little thing. But that's fine. I showed right here. Now I sped the moon up. Let's not forget that. Now after doing a rather incredible amount of math on the most recent return to this, okay, I am not speeding up anything. Okay, and this is from the same model. This is identically from the same model. I just changed the colors of it so you can actually look at it and measure it. Okay, I am speeding nothing up. As something increases in distance away but remains at the same angles, its velocity increases. Okay, its velocity increases all by itself. I mean, unless you want to say that I've somehow fooled you with a straight line. I mean, really?
And we zoom in, we can't confirm that his timing is correct with my timing. And then something I wish somebody would give me confirmation on. I don't know if it's a computer glitch that I'm getting on
Oh, Jesus, here we go.
my processor, but as you download this very video and you too zoom in on this very spot, this zoom in of his zoom in, and slow down his slow down, ask yourself, why before he zooms in and slows down does the earth spin? However, when he zooms in and slows down, he takes that visualization away from you because the earth stops spinning.
Whoa! The earth stopped spinning. Where did that... Did I stop the earth? Let's take a look. All right. This is the earth. Okay? See that? That's the earth. Same earth. All the way back at the beginning of the cycle. Now, these 2 objects right here are called dummies. No bullshit. That's what they're called. If you look up in helpers, they're called dummies, which is basically an object that will not be rendered as an actual physical thing or a visible thing in end render. And what you do is you use those instead of having to grab a whole bunch of items here and keyframe them together. You group them together and attach them to a dummy, and then you can move the dummy around and the animation continues. Okay? Pretty simple. Okay? This one right here is attached to the moon and Hillbonia. Okay? This one rotates. This external one here is attached to the moon and Hillbonia. Okay? This one right here is attached to the earth. Okay? Now I'm going to scroll through here real quick. I'm going to scroll through this, and you tell me. I can even show you the times, the frames in which I changed it. Okay? That is the base one right here. That is frame 0. That is the base location. That's why it's highlighted. Okay? Now, this was when I changed the speed from 300 to 700 frame. Okay? Meaning from frame number 300 to frame number 700, I spread out what was going to actually be here in the middle. Okay? So I slowed it down. Okay? Because I wanted that exact slowdown, because that was the root of the argument. Okay? The root of the argument was exactly that you now if I go to 500 here, it's going to be like right dead in the center. See how this is all level again? Okay, that's the middle of the video. 700, and then heading out to 1,000. Okay, now I'm looking over here, and my frame rate is coming out a little bit slow on the Hangout. Okay, but I'm gonna, you know what I'm gonna do? Watch this. I'm gonna do this just extra, just so it's that much easier to see. I'm just going to put, I'll put a sphere because y'all hate spheres. Okay, I'm gonna put a sphere up here in this corner. Okay, and then I'm going to attach it to that dummy. Okay, and let's get a nice big fat ugly color for it, pink. Okay, see that? I just attached that to the Earth's keyframer right here. Okay, now that's only because of the fact that I can't. The frame rate coming out over Google Hangouts is probably only about 5 to 10 frames per second, so I'm not going to get anything really smooth out of this. Now I'm going to scroll through. Okay. Actually, you know what? Hold on. I'm going to go smooth highlights. There we go. Now, you guys can see the Earth, right? Everybody can see the Earth. Now, I put that little sphere there just in case people get confused if something's turning or not. Okay? It has no relevance to anything else other than this little visual. There comes Hilbonio around the bottom there. Okay? I'm just scrolling right through. Okay, now we're coming up on the slowdown part. This is the part where he says, apparently, I stopped the Earth. Okay? I apparently stopped the Earth. Now, this was, before I show you wrong, this was the reason why, instead of using the Earth, the landscape of the Earth, that I chose to use longitude lines on my most recent video, because it's kind of subjective because you're actually paying attention to the continents, and you're not really getting a whole lot of good view on exactly what parts are moving as fast as what. It's just difficult to notice. Doesn't mean you can't notice it. It's just difficult to notice. That's why I went for longitude lines on my most recent one. So, scrolling forward. So this is where it slows down. Slowed it down right here. Okay, now you tell me where I stopped the Earth. Now, just because in that particular sense, you're claiming that it's difficult to see on your download of a compressed video, I don't know exactly what method you used to download it, and honestly, I don't care. But if you download an online video, it's obviously going to be far less quality. Okay, so I'm not saying that the quality is going to play an incredible factor, but if you're coming down to that level of detail of something that was displayed that small, then yeah, it's going to play a part. Okay, so, and then scrolling on all the way out to 27:1. Okay, satisfied? I didn't stop the Earth, dumbass. What is this? I see somebody calling somebody a cunt here. Scouting for downloads. Let's see, 500 years. No. Anyway, sorry. I was reading the chat.
But yet, his indicator mark, this 1 pixel wide mark that he wants you to get this visualization off of, why we got 2 lines equaling 1 pixel each, are in motion, masked under a false umbrum. He wants you to get your visualization. See, there it happened. Boom. Told you, hillbilly.
What happened? I put that blue line on there to show you at the further distance so that you didn't have to see the very, very little bit of land masses here. That would be North America right there, by the way. I put this blue line and this protractor on here to be able to show you that the Earth is turning. How difficult was that? So, bam, Sly, you got him. Yeah, told you.
No, buddy, it doesn't work.
What didn't work?
Maybe I'm getting a computer glitch.
Maybe you just can't fucking see.
Maybe your Earth doesn't stop rotating.
Because it doesn't.
During this slowdown. Please, somebody, download it and confirm it.
Actually, as a matter of fact, hold on. As a matter of fact, I think, didn't I do a frontal view on that? Oh yeah, I even did a close-up. Yeah, that's why I had the other camera. this. All right, Hillbilly, you show me where I stop the Earth, because all three of these are the same animation, just from a different camera angle. Ready? Here it comes. You show me where I stop the Earth. So, bam. You show me where I stop the Earth. Somebody raise their hand when they see the Earth stop. Somebody raise their hand when you see the Earth stop. Anybody? Bueller? 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 You didn't have to zoom in on anything, dumbass. I already showed it to you. Anyway, moving on.
I can't figure out why I would still see the super slow motion of the marker line when I do it, but your Earth shows absolutely no orbital rotation.
Absolutely no orbital rotation. Okay, well, here's what. I wonder if I could do this. Let me go back to it. I'm actually on the video here, so let's see here. Let me scroll forward. Okay, this is where it is. Now, I wonder if I can, let me use the zoom properties. Okay, no, that's not going to do it for me. Oh, no, that's pretty big, right? Let's scroll on forward here. Okay, I see the Earth rotating. Look at that. Look at Europe over here. See how it is slowly disappearing behind the Umbra? The part that's messing with you is the Umbra from Hillbonia, because it's purple. Cool? Glad we can get that out of the way. Damn, that got really big. I love Google Chrome. Next.
Or rotation on its axis.
Well, I don't know exactly what the hell that is.
Earth's rotating.
Okay, this is his zoom in. Okay, we'll watch his zoom in. Now, don't pay attention. This is going to sound like I'm trying to trick you, because I know they're going to use this soundbite. Okay? Don't pay attention to North America. Pay attention to Europe. The reason why I'm telling you not to pay attention to North America, let me show you why. I'm back over here in the video. Okay? Because the majority of the time that North America is visible, do you see the Umbra from Hillbonio here? The majority of the time is you see this purple blotch. Okay. Now I made it purple just so it stood out, but now I'm noticing also that it looks like it may have blocked a bit of the visibility from the greater distances, the more zoomed out cameras of where North America is. So this is the only reason why I'm telling you this. Pay attention to Northern Africa. This bright blotch that is not touched by the Umbra, okay, and Europe. It's a nice solid line right there. So let's see where this goes.
Earth's rotating.
Okay.
Slow.
Now, this is what I'm saying. Here comes North America. North America is going, that's where actually the center of the line is. North America is going to go underneath the Umbra, the purple Umbra of Hillbonio here. Watch this line here. Okay. Here's Northern Africa, the deserts of Northern Africa.
Almost. Earth's ever so slightly rotating compared to the blue line. Earth stops rotating.
Where did the Earth stop rotating?
And watch when he comes out of slow motion. And once again, the Earth is rotating. So let me do a zoom in on that on video editing. I was just going to do a straight produce of this, but I want to take the liberty out to zooming in because now I can't count it on my processor. This is
Well, you can't count any damn way.
the screen capture. Now let me zoom in on the screen capture and bust your willful stupidity. Hence the need for your failed attempt in number 2. Hence the need your failed attempt in number 3.
What was failed about number 3?
To where once again you're not showing your work.
I didn't show my work in number 3? Oh my God. I didn't show my work in number 3. Where is it? Okay, there, and then, yeah, here we go. No, I didn't show my work in number 3. Not at all. Not even a little bit. Nah, I didn't show my work in number 3. Of course not. As a matter of fact, I made 3 into the most long and boring analysis and data gathering, which, by the way, goes into most of my videos. It's not something that you don't produce it because it's not like exciting to look at, a bunch of stupid numbers. But in this particular case, I didn't show my work in number 3. Oh my God, I went into the greatest detail I've gone into in any video showing where everything was and the speed that everything was going at. And you're saying I didn't show my work in number 3. Wow, that's ignorance at its finest.
So people, ponder on this. As we look at timeanddate.com,
why are we looking at timeanddate.com? What does that have to do with any of this?
One thing that they cannot do is they cannot hide the Zenith points.
What about Zenith points? Oh my God, this isn't going to be a triangle argument, is it? I already did a video on that, Hillbilly.
This timeanddate.com saying that on this given day, August 21st, 2017, according to Central Standard Time, located by establishment of Nashville, Tennessee, it is 7:10 or 7:08 a.m. 2 minutes from the reported sunrise, although their very map sort of indicates that Nashville, Tennessee would be in sunrise at this time.
Okay, where are we going with this?
However, one thing you cannot change is you cannot change zenith points.
Okay.
If an individual is in northern Canada looking at the moon or the sun, zenith point or degrees, it would be right here.
What? Wait. What? If somebody was in Nashville, this would not be the zenith. The zenith is directly at 180 degrees south. That's where the zenith is. This is not that. That's like south. Well, oh, geez. Now this is starting to sound like Antonio. That's southeast. Huh?
From South America, it'd be right there on that angle. From the Cape of Good Hope, it'd be upper northeast or northwest at that angle. Up there at the northern tip of Russia, it would be southwest. And the person directly underneath it, it'd be dead. That would be their zenith point. That would be their solar noon. Yes, sir. And you cannot change that.
Right? Who's trying to change it?
Same with the moon. Now, when you stop and think, what is falsely represented out of this picture?
Nothing.
Well, if we truly make the moon as wide as it should be by landmass, knowing that the moon should be almost 2/3 of the width of the United States.
Okay.
And by all means, I should bring the moon about over here from its right starting point to its left stopping point.
Right.
Right? And the zenith point of the moon would be somewhere right in here. Now, we know the degrees is right because that's what the time and date is showing us. In its elliptical orbit, being 6 degrees off from the Earth's equatorial plane, and we're at our perigee state, the zenith points or the elliptical orbit does allow the zenith point, the true.
What zenith point? Zenith is the highest point of the sun or the moon in the sky of the observer, which is at, if you're in the northern hemisphere, it's 180 degrees south. When you're in the southern hemisphere, it's 0 degrees north. That's where zenith happens. So if you were in, oh, I don't know, wherever, what do you got there? Nashville. So if you were in Nashville, 180 degrees south looks down here at Central America. Not there. That's not the zenith, man. You're talking about the point of totality is what I think you're getting at.
Look up and right above you to be about 7.5 degrees north of the equator. The sun's zenith point is just slightly over 7 degrees north. So as we look at that and we throw the true size of the heliocentric sun in there, which should be consuming this entire picture, but we know the moon is somewhere in between the earth and the sun at this time of the day, with its zenith point being right here.
No, it's not. Zenith point to who? Nashville? Time you got there. You must be picking out Nashville for some reason. Way to go with the stereotype. If Nashville is like right around here, then the zenith point for the sun or the moon, yes, the sun or the moon, curved water, a zenith is described as the highest point where something is in the sky. And the zenith is at 180 degrees south. Might be a little bit off on this particular day, but not off by this much. Okay. But a zenith is 180 degrees south. And if you're down here in, oh, I don't know, Troll Station, yeah, as a matter of fact, there is a place called this, Troll Station, Antarctica, it would be 0 degrees north. So quit saying zenith.
Why isn't there an eclipse right now?
Because the sun and the moon are lined up with each other. Okay. Now, mind you, they even say this on the website that this graphic is only supposed to be a general thing and not used for scientific purposes. If you were to draw that, well, I'm not going to do this, but let's say that the sun right here, I'm trying to look at this as closely as I can. The sun is probably at about the 4 o'clock of the moon in this thing, and you also got it warped here. You got, by the way, that's not me doing that. He's got it warped together like that. So if that's at about 4 o'clock, then that means at about 10 o'clock. Yeah, okay, so it'll be over here. That's where the eclipse will take place. Now, mind you, like I said, I can't do anything about the warping here, and obviously none of this is going to take place correctly on a Mercator map. Okay, a Mercator map is not reflective of this. Okay, as a matter of fact, I looked at the eclipse thing that timeanddate.com actually has on here, and it's got a shadow that's kind of, you know, weird looking like this, and that's because of the fact that it's reflecting exactly how it's supposed to work on the globe, not on a Mercator map.
On your spinning ball.
I got some balls, bro.
If we try to throw a syzygy point in it,
A syzygy?
which needs to be applied to an eclipse, that straight line, giving us that greatest point of totality. As we draw a syzygy point from looking at the angle that the sun sets on the moon, with the outer edges sharing the same outer edges, splitting the sun, splitting the moon, and following that directly to where the umbrum starts, and that's the 40th degree north latitude. There should be a umbrum right now.
Huh? Well, I just covered that anyway. I'm not even going to go into the details of that. I just covered that. Number one, this is a Mercator map. Okay? This is a Mercator map. This is not a globe. This is a Mercator map. I really don't have to go much further than that because of the fact that obviously these angles are not going. You know what? Let me get the timeanddate.com thing up because they show quite nicely actually how it works. Let's see. Oops. timeanddate.com. I got my headphones hanging on the damn thing over here. Boom, 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 boom. Let me do that again. Solar eclipse. timeanddate.com solar eclipse. There we go. Solar eclipse. Oh wow, there's actually going to be a second one this year. I didn't know that. Anyway, let's see. That's the total solar eclipse right there. Okay, now let me move this over here so you can see it. Okay, now obviously it looks a little bit wacky on a Mercator map. Okay, it looks a little wacky on a Mercator map. There's just nothing more you can say about that because of the fact that it's a Mercator map. These are tracking actual positions, much like a hurricane map. These are tracking actual positions of the shadow, but not in relation to a Mercator map, in relation to the globe. I mean, how difficult is that to understand? Let's see if this actually is going to show me the shadow coverage. Oh, by the way, this is the animation that Antonio used in his original video. Okay, full eclipse starts. Yeah. Oh, okay. Hey, they did the same thing I did. They slowed it down at that point. Now moving it out, I don't think they're going to show the actual map. Oh, dumbass. Right here. Ha. There. That's how it's going to look, man. Questions? Really? 7:05 a.m. Let me check something here. That's UTC. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What time does he have on that thing? 7:09 a.m. Well, dude, you got the wrong time. You got the wrong time, man. Hold on. He's got the wrong time here. He's got Nashville, local time. Monday, 21st August 2017. That is the date of the eclipse. At 7:00, I'm going to guess that's a 9, but 7:00 something a.m. Nashville local time, which puts UTC time at 12:06. UTC time. Let's go all the way back here to the very beginning of it. The eclipse starts. First location to see partial eclipse begin. 1546. You're 5 hours off, dude. I just caught that. Maybe that's why you got it warped like this, so it makes it difficult to read. Because I was like, well, wait a minute. Where's Africa in this deal? No. You got your times all messed up there, homeboy. Look, that's where it starts. 15s. Okay, 15s at UTC. UTC -6 will get you East Coast time. Okay, or -5. One of those two. Depends on the daylight savings time. But anyway, yeah. So you're 5 hours off, man, or 3 hours off. 3 hours off. What the hell, man? I mean, really? No wonder your map doesn't work. So anything having to do with this map, we're done because he's using the wrong time.
If not, throw the true heliocentric sun
Let
model
me go
in
back
it.
here because he said
That's on the
he claimed the
moon.
time.
If we try to throw a syzygy point in it,
Syzygy.
and which needs to be applied to on your spinning ball. Time of the day with this entire picture. So as we look at that, and we right above you
Hold
to
on.
be about the time and date. Well, if we truly make the moon as wide as it's dead, that would
Where's the damn time? then?
degrees. It would be right here, Tennessee points.
There we go.
This timeanddate.com saying that on this given day, August 21st, 2017, according to Central Standard Time, located by establishment of Nashville, Tennessee, it is 7:10 or 7:08 a.m. 2 minutes from the reported sunrise, although they're very.
Oh, 2 minutes from the sunrise. Okay, well, but even then, what does that have to do with the eclipse? Because the eclipse doesn't happen at sunrise. Okay, I'll take back a little part of that. I misinterpreted him saying that this was actually the time of the eclipse. But now he's talking about the sunrise. Well, what does that have to do with anything about the eclipse? Right now, all you're doing is talking about when the sun comes up.
North. So as we look at that, and we throw the true size of the heliocentric sun in there, which should be consuming this entire picture, but we know the.
Why would it be consuming the entire picture? Oh, that's right. You guys like to think that because the sun is like 1.4 million kilometers across or something like that, that there would be no shadow on the Earth.
The
Gotcha.
moon is somewhere in between the Earth and the sun at this time of the day, with its zenith point being right here. Why isn't there an eclipse right now on your spinning ball?
Why would there be? For the very same reason why at this point there is no eclipse going on the planet. Okay, eclipse starts here, and then it goes along to there goes the middle, and then the eclipse stops. Nobody else nobody else on the planet is going to see the eclipse in that short time duration. Nobody else on the planet. Nobody. Absolutely nobody. So what the hell is your point?
If we try to throw a syzygy point in it, and which needs to be applied to an eclipse, that straight line, giving us that greatest point of totality. As we draw a syzygy point from looking at the angle that the sun sets on the moon, with the outer edges sharing the same outer edges, splitting the sun, splitting the moon, and following that directly to where the umbrum starts, and that's the 40th degree north latitude.
Not from there.
There should be an umbrum right now.
Wait a minute. Now you are saying, okay, no, I didn't hear you incorrectly. You are talking about the sunrise time over here in the central time zone, and you're trying to say that that's when the eclipse is supposed to start. I take back what I took back a second ago. You're actually trying to say that we should have an eclipse going on at sunrise, whereas the eclipse is not going to happen until several hours after the sunrise in Nashville. Several hours. And when it does start, it starts over here, not here. Because the Mercator map is not something that you use to get these angles from. Otherwise, it wouldn't look like that. Okay? The reason why it looks like that is because it's tracking the stuff on a sphere, not on a Mercator map.
If not, throw the true heliocentric sun model in it,
Oh, Jesus.
and that umbrum should be dead center beneath that moon. Or maybe timeanddate.com is trying to tell you right.
No, you're just using it wrong. Okay. I'm looking at the time right now, and it's 1:45 right now. So I'm going to anything having to do with this map here. I'm just going to scoot through because he's claiming that the Mercator map should in some way reflect exactly what's going on with the globe, as if nothing is different between a Mercator map and a sphere. Okay. And plus, on top of the fact, he's trying to say that the eclipse is supposed to start at sunrise in Nashville. So, anything having to do with this? Is there anything else that has anybody else watched this video? Is there anything else that he's going to go into? Oh,
zooming in a little bit, moving over to August 21st, day of the eclipse, sunrise, 6:10 a.m. So the eclipse,
back up and find out exactly where he's talking about here. Sunrise in Nashville.
Zooming in a little bit, moving over to August 21st, day of the eclipse, sunrise, 6:10 a.m.
Okay, 6:10 a.m., sunrise in Nashville, Tennessee.
So the eclipse will not happen for another 7 hours and 9 minutes.
Well, then why the hell were you showing this? You just said it. Where the hell is?
You might want to wait because your sun and just belittling work. You might be essentially a.m. So the moon rises, comes above that 90 east of Nashville, Tennessee, 15 minutes prior to the sun.
When did Nashville, Tennessee become the center of the universe when it comes to time, dude? Okay. Maybe you're talking about the transition, the totality. I don't know.
With the heliocentric mathematics of 15 degrees of Earth's rotation in 1 hour, we're talking about 15 minutes. So we would simply divide 15 degrees by 4, and we'd find there's 3.75 degrees of separation at sunrise.
Let us all take a moment and mourn the very last brain cell that has fallen out of my head.
Well, that explains why we're not seeing Zenith point to Zenith point at sunrise on their diagram. So, Sly, you might want to wait because, as you can see, I got all my work confirmed.
You got all your work? Dude, there wasn't one thing in this entire video that you said was right. Not one. Unless it was something that was posed to you from an outside source. Not one thing. Not one. You were wrong about your analysis of my model. You were wrong about I stopped the Earth moving. You were wrong about me trying to deceive you with the opening math riddle when I told you the reason why I was doing it before I did it. You were wrong, and you didn't even analyze. You didn't even address, but you did actually show that you saw it. The 4-moon model that I made. Okay. The one showing you in progression why Hilbonio is not a good representation of the moon when it comes to putting together an eclipse. And by the way, you've already said it. Can't take it back. You have a 3D model. Where's that? You spent 21 minutes on a video for this? Okay. When you're supposedly in some kind of crisis. Which my sympathies, but at the same time, it's irrelevant to the subject. Dude, Where's your model? I mean, really, where's your model? I don't have to do long explain things if you can put together a model. You don't have to sit there and try and do n to the pi to the this to the that to the trajectory to the blah 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 if you can build a model. I showed that I reduced 27.322 rotations of the Earth, reduced to 27.3 or 27 solid, that you get a west to east shadow of the moon. I showed it all the way from 0 to 80. Okay? Is there anything else you got to say here, man? Anything. Anything of value. Because all you have to do is show me a 3D model where, at your math, the shadow of the moon during the 2017 eclipse goes from east to west. Northwest to east.
Increments of 10 minutes going all the way through the day. You're not worth the time it takes to load the whole day. But as you see, 7:48, 7:38, 7:28, 7:18, 7:08. I can recreate the whole day, and I can put.
Yeah, I can do it too. I didn't even have to have 5 tabs for it when you just use the plus hour, minus hour on the bottom there. What's your point? None of those times had anything to do with the eclipse.
Those zenith points on that globe. I can watch that sun travel 91.5 million miles and hit a moon that's in line with this zenith point.
Zenith point, that's not a zenith point. Man, you got to get your vocabulary together.
And by sheer size alone, consumes the whole Earth, not just that little dot.
So you're saying that the moon is in the sky and it's not. What?
And that moon is in between that zenith point, meaning there should be an eclipse right now.
No, there shouldn't. No, there shouldn't. Let me say that again. No, there shouldn't. Actually, you know what? Let me go over to my model real quick. Now, this has got the sun directly over, looks like Western Africa. Oh, oh, okay. I'm sorry. It's at UTC noon. Okay, so that puts it right there, just about over 0. So, let me just see how close I was. This is the reduced map, by the way. This is the one that I took 0.322 rotations off of the Earth. Okay, so now let me try and get it. Okay, you guys see England here, right? Here's England right here. Now I want to get that right there at center. Okay, that would be. Let's see here. I'm going to get a box. Oops. Okay, well, all I have to do is do this. Okay, so that's right there at England. Now that's a little off center there. Now, unfortunately, I'm not it. No, I'm not in this. Well, yeah, I am. I'm going to slow down. Okay, well, it's almost right there at the tip of England. Right there. Okay, that means the sun. Okay, this was my offset here. Okay, that means the sun. Where's my moon umbra? Let me zoom out. Okay, my moon wasn't there yet. Okay, it wasn't there yet. Or am I on the right one? Oh no, that's right, because I lined this up to go across the United States. So unfortunately, that's not really going to help a whole lot in what I'm trying to show you here. Okay, well, this is how much distance over half of the entire model. This is how much distance which was off. Now, I got this lined up on England, so let's do this. Watch this. Now, what I'm going to do is I am actually going to bring the umbra to, it looks like it was just to the left. Wait a minute. What the hell am I? Oh, I know why. Well, no, I'm actually not going to be able to do that. Not without a lot more work. The reason why, let me tell you why. When I turn this, let me go to so you can see a better wireframe. Okay, here's the umbra thing. The problem is that when I turn, oops, no. When I turn the moon line, the umbra turns with it. And the reason why is because the moon actually has its own dummy on it to keep that synced with being perfectly horizontal. So unfortunately, that's not going to help me. The short version is there still is no eclipse yet. That little bit means a lot. That's just what that is, buddy.
If this was a heliocentric ball, you want me to think that spins clear over here, diverts all over here? You can kiss my ass.
Look, you ain't got to dig it, dude. It's just natural fact.
Other than that, show your work.
I did show my work. It's just the one thing that you decided not to show.
You have absolutely nothing but belittling.
I have nothing but belittling. Wait a minute, didn't you actually name your last video? Where was it? Well, he named his last video "Taking Out the Trash." Sly Sparkane. Yeah, belittling. Kiss my ass.
Why must you take science to a second grade elementary playground?
Because it seems that you didn't even make it out of that playground, buddy.
Do you got problem with having provable and presentable work?
Nope, don't have a problem with it. You have decided not to display that, even though it is, well, it's one of these two up here, because you did show it a little bit earlier that I actually did do the long math version, and you seem to have ignored that.
Because you haven't presented no work.
Dude. Okay, what is the point here? I am at 2052, just so I know to come back to it. You even showed that I showed the work, but you just jumped very quickly over it. No, not that. Not that. Right there. Why didn't you analyze this video, young man? Why didn't you analyze this video? This is about the fourth time you've said now that I didn't show my work. Why didn't you analyze this video? Because it was a very simple video in essence, even though the numbers were a lot of work to get a hold of. Well, actually, it wasn't a lot of work. That's not really a whole lot of work. That's just that's just a boring spreadsheet on Excel. Yeah. So, because you wanted to be upset because I made my Earth rotations this instead of this 0.322, which it wouldn't have mattered if I went down, even if I went down a whole day or up a whole day. Okay. I could go all the way up to 80 and all the way down to 1 to 1. The shadow would still go west to east. I quoted you on the last video, told you that it does that. quoted you saying that it does not go from west to east. Quoted you as saying it. You said it on Antonio's video. You said it on this video. Everybody go to Antonio's thing. Look at this video. I don't remember exactly how far in it was, but it wasn't terribly far.
Presentation of the globe model with the eclipse. The eclipse demonstrates that the globe, it's always been the east and the earth spinning on its axis.
Let's call 5 hours and 20 minutes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. If
The moon moving and making its orbital path through space.
Oh, where is it?
so, as the little east, that's a complete and utter contradiction of the pre-pseudoscience explanation that the moon has to come closer to Earth for the shadow to be big enough to hit it.
Well, actually, anyway, it's in this video, and I know he also said it. It was somewhere in the beginning of that one, and then he says it also. Wait, in my video, I actually highlighted it. Hold on a second here. Here we go. I don't have to go searching for it. I already got it.
There's no arguing with it. No matter how distant you move the moon in a model, no matter what you do, what I say stands. The model, the heliocentric model that would describe what the eclipse is going to do is not what their heliocentric model says is happening. There's no way of arguing out of that. So the distance argument is nonsense. It doesn't work. The model is broken. Their model is broken. You've broken the model, mate.
The Umbrum's got to go from east to west if we're spinning into it.
Yeah.
Spinning into it. The Earth is spinning in the right direction. The moon is orbiting in the right direction, but we're not getting the heliocentric results using heliocentric math.
Okay, so simple enough. I didn't even have to go looking for it. I already did it. Where was I at? 52. All right.
When you claim that you're utilizing my math, it's not provable.
Wow, did you
It's
show it again?
simply not provable, or else your timing marks would add up.
No, it's about the shadow, not about the timing marks. You can make it about the timing marks all you want, but I've already said that I trimmed that little bit off of there just to make a loopable video. That's all.
You keep up your little fucking belittling, because remember, that's
Who's belittling?
second grade mentality. That was your best quality in this whole video.
Actually, in that video, did I even talk in that video? I don't remember.
And I expected nothing else. So until you can produce some real work, I can only laugh at you. And if this was a piece of paper, I would utilize it as shit paper.
Yeah, because you don't take education very well. So if you want to wipe your ass with the scorecard, that's fine. All right, so that seems to be all that's on this.
Till then, people, couple more, about another week, and I'll have the total breakdown done.
About another week. Well, gee, you spent a whole 20 minutes on it here. You couldn't get even a part of it out. So, Hillbilly and Antonio, in short, kiss my ass. You have yet to produce a model. I don't even need to see the numbers. I can analyze the model. It's not that difficult. Okay? You have yet to produce a model which shows the shadow of the moon going from east to west at scale during the 2017 eclipse. Guys and gals in the chat, I'm about to kill this. Terribly sorry for cutting it up so abruptly here, but now it's midnight here. I haven't even taken my damn dog out. So, unfortunately, this seemed to have been a quite long-winded look at something that I was honestly expecting more from Hillbilly on this, but there just wasn't anything to be had. There was nothing in this video which proved his claim. He claims that I'm belittling him, but the whole thing was about belittling me. He thinks that the eclipse is supposed to start, or would have to start, during the sunrise in Nashville. He obviously doesn't. He thinks I screwed up my model and I stopped the Earth, even though I did a little zoom in on it. Yeah, so I don't even know what else to say, dude. Don't make any more damn videos until you bring out your model. Okay? Neither one of you. Don't make any more videos on this subject until you bring out a model that can prove otherwise. Okay? I knocked off 0.322 off my model, and it still works. And I showed you in. Oh, no, I done closed it, didn't I? Oh, no. And I showed you here that it still works all the way up to 80 rotations ratio. Actually 79. 80 was when it finally caught up with it. Until you can show me otherwise, instead of just sitting there running your mouth like some little high school kid, until you can show me different, I don't want to hear it. I really don't. I really don't. So, what do they say? Put up or shut up? I mean, that is how they do it down there in the South, right? Put up or show up? All right, gentlemen. Everybody in the chat, I'm sorry I, for the most part, ignored you. It's just I wanted to get this done. And I wasn't going to go through many hours over the next couple of days putting together a video about this, because I would have wanted to go into far more detail. But no, he pretty much talked himself out of his own video. You guys have a nice night. Earth's a globe. And you all have a nice day.